Today I'm going to show you how I combined some of these cool new ice colors, ice dye colors, to make this flowy, cool t-shirt. So first I'm folding it, or I'm making it inside out. I like to do that so the front and the back kind of look a little bit more similar. And then I laid it, it's damp because I soaked it in soda ash, and I laid it on top of this fleece piece of fabric. And I didn't really like the way I scrunched that right there. So I went back and tried to make it more random, not so much like a zigzag. So that's what I'm doing there. There's not really any science to it. Just kind of doing it how it feels right. All right. And then I put the magic tracks around the project here to kind of hold it in place. And then you have to kind of finesse it into a different container. This container, has a, what am I trying to say? Can fall through the bottom. So it can strain all the way through the bottom. So it won't sit in the muck. This is it's a sink drying rack is what it is that I put this in. So you can get one of those from Walmart. And I'm just kind of trying to finagle it, get it as best I can. And then I'm putting the ice all over it. One thing that's really good about these projects, these TDS projects, is you can get the ice all the way to the very edge of the shirt, and you can get the dye all the way to the very edge of the shirt because you have that external fleece area around the outside. So I really like that a lot about these TDS projects. I don't do them as often because people tend to like the geodes more, but I feel like I really like the effects of the TDS because it's really pretty simple and it just turns out so dang pretty. It's like a watercolor. So anyway, I'm just adding as much ice as I can so that there's no white space on there. It's hard to see with the white on white, but that's what I was doing there. All right, so the first color I did was Warrior Princess. This is a cool new ice dye color that is kind of like a pink, and then it splits kind of purplish blue. I honestly can't explain it, and it's different every time I use it, so there you have that. But I'm just putting that on. In hindsight, I wish I would have added more of this because it kind of got lost with the blues and the purples, but it's still really cool. All right, and then the next color I used was Avalon. This is another splitting color. This is like a blue purpley, lends more to the blue side of things, but there is a little bit of a purple split to it. You can see I'm not very heavy-handed. I'm kind of light-handed with the color. All right, and then Alchemist. This one is kind of like a green blue. Yeah, that's how I would describe it. They all have their own little quirks to them, and Dharma has swatches you can see. I don't know if they're like totally representative, but it gives you a good idea of how they differ a little bit. All right, and then I'm putting this on an incline in this little tub so that the ice will melt and it will kind of flow, and that's how you get that flowy look. So all right, so I'm rinsing it out. One thing with TDS is it uses a lot of dye, and so it takes longer to rinse out for me, is what I've found. So here I'm rinsing it out with cool water, and then I bump it up to hot water, and I sprinkle on some Dawn dish soap, and I just get out as much as I possibly can before I put it in the washing machine on a hot wash cycle. And that is how I rinse out my dyes. This final result just turned out so pretty. I think it's really cool. I feel like it's I'm still just rinsing. Here we go. Okay, here's the final result, everybody, in 3, 2, 1. All right, here it is. I think it turned out really pretty. So comment if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, and we'll talk to you soon.